Hi guys, wagwan. Welcome back to another video. It's your girl Ballecia, and I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday evening or afternoon or whatever time it is where you are in the world. A pleasant greeting to you. All right, I know I haven't been on here for a while, but I've been busy and I've also not been well. I felt like I was catching the flu the other day, so I need to take time, to get my health on track. No, I say that to say this: no matter what you do, definitely put your health first, your mental health, physical health, spiritual health, whichever. You only have one you, so take time to take care of you, okay? All right. Now, today's motivational quote for the day is: a year from now, it won't even matter. Try not to stress the little things. Okay, I need to take a page out of this book as well because I do tend to stress sometimes, but we're human and we can just take it one day at a time and improve ourselves. But as long as we keep working on ourselves and, improve ourselves, the better we'll get eventually. So on to the video. Today I'm going to be answering questions that I've been getting a lot from some of my subscribers as it relates to being able to get work visa here in the US. Now, a bit of a disclaimer: I am not affiliated with the United States Immigration Services, and I cannot guarantee any type of work visa or a job here in the US. I'm not affiliated with any of these employers I'm about to review either, and I make no guarantees or anything. This information is available on the internet, on their website. I'm going to list the references, and you can also Google this on your own as well. This information is public knowledge, and I've just curated that information and put it here in summary for you guys so that it can serve as a guide. Now, what is a work visa? It's saying here, in most cases, individuals from other countries seeking entry into the United States must secure either a non-immigrant visa for temporary stays or an immigrant visa for permanent residency. Non-immigrant visas, specifically to quick work purposes, pertain to those wishing to work in the U.S. for a specific duration rather than on a permanent or indefinite basis. Now, for each visa, the prospective employer must initiate the process by petitioning the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Obtaining approval for this petition is a prerequisite for applying for a work visa. So you must get approval for this petition before you can apply for a work visa, okay? And the employer has to initiate the process. I'm going to talk a bit more about that as well. Let's go in detail. So you must get the job. Hold on. Oh, we're good. You must get the job offer by proving to the employer why you are better than any available U.S. citizen or permanent resident. Some things to consider do you have at least a master's degree or even a bachelor's, or do you have some kind of skill that is in demand? All right, and certain certification. Now, experience in the field, all right, is also another thing. And is the experience in the field in short supply in the U.S.? Consider that as well. Is it easier to work for a U.S. employer in your own country and then get an intercompany transfer in the future? That's something else to consider. And I'll tell you how, the method for going about that, because when we review the visa category in the table below. Any employer can sponsor you, okay, guys? It is just whether they are willing to invest or not, because it does take a lot of money to get this done. Sometimes it can take up to $8,000 to complete the entire process, not to mention housing you or helping you to find housing, okay? It is like demand and supply, as I put right here. But remember, guys, some companies may say they don't usually sponsor H-1B visa or any other type of work visa, but if they can't find suitable candidates or you are too good to pass by, they can change that policy. So you have to demonstrate that, hey, I am one in a million. So here we go. Let's go ahead and sponsor me. Be very persuasive. Okay, so I got this table from the US website, USCIS website. Now, it's telling you the different categories of visa, work visas, okay, because there are more than one. I did mention H-1B at the top. It's for person in specialty application, and this is a general description about it and about the individual that falls into this category. So for the H-1B, this is to work in a specialty occupation. It requires a higher education degree or its equivalent. Like I mentioned earlier, do you have a master's degree or some kind of special degree? It includes fashion models or distinguished merit and ability to government research and development or co-production projects administered by the Department of Defense. It's not just limited to this, there's more, but this is just telling you what it's really surrounding. Then you got the H-1B1, which is a free trade agreement. All right. And then it says to work in a specialty occupation requires a post-secondary degree involving at least 4 years of study in the field of specialization. This is not a petition-based visa, okay? All right, and then they have the application procedures. When you click these hyperlinks right here, I'm going to leave the link in this document as well. Then you have the H-2A, which is a temporary agricultural worker type of visa. All right. No, it's limited to citizens or nationals of designated countries, with limited exceptions if determined to be in the United States interest. Okay. Then you got the H-2B, which is a temporary non-agricultural worker visa type. And it's for temporary or seasonal non-agricultural work. This one is seasonal or temporary agricultural work. This is non-agricultural work. And it's limited to citizens or nationals of designated countries, with limited exceptions if determined to be in the United States interest. Now you got the H-3 visa. I said tree like we do in Jamaica with no H. H-3 trainee or special education visitor. To receive training other than graduate medical or academic that is not available in the trainee's home country, or practical training programs in the education of children with mental, physical, or emotional disabilities. Now, there are more. I'm going to skip through. Oh, this is the one that I wanted to review. Remember when I mentioned earlier, if you can work for the company in your own country, like a US-based country in your own country, maybe they have a headquarters or something, and then you can transfer. Normally, they may allow you to transfer after a year of working with the company in your own country. You may apply to be transferred within the company. All right, but overseas to come here and work in the US. All right, so that's called intra-company transferee. Now, here it's going to talk about it. Let me read it. To work at a branch, parent, affiliate, or subsidiary of the current employer in a managerial or executive capacity, or in a position requiring specialized knowledge, individual must have been employed by the same employer abroad continuously for 1 year within the 3 preceding years. Okay. All right, so that's what I wanted to review. And then you got the O visa, the P1. Okay, you got a P2, P3. It's a lot of them, guys. And you have the Q1. So it depends on what you fall into. Okay. And then I did put my little reference here. This is where I got the table from. I did not make this up myself. It's not my property. So that's the link to the information. Okay. And then these are, I did curate a list of companies that may be willing to sponsor H-1B visa or other type of visas. Again, I do not make any guarantees. This is just a guide and something that you can also find on the internet yourself, but I did the research for you. So we've got Amazon, Infosys, Tata Consultancy Services, Cognizant, Microsoft, Google, Capgemini, something like that. HCL America, IBM, Facebook, Meta, Deloitte, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Deloitte, sound fancy. Intel, you got Apple, Tech Mahindra, Cisco, Wipro, Accenture. Guys, I've pronounced these before, but I'm like, are these even correct? Normally, when I don't know how to pronounce something or not sure, I just Google it. But I've been really busy, so I didn't get the time to Google the correct pronunciation. So bear with me. If you want the correct pronunciation, just copy it or type it in Google and then press the microphone or the speaker, and then they'll pronounce it for you. Okay? All right. To be eligible to apply for a H-1B visa, the applicants must ensure the following. Number one, they must have a U.S. bachelor's degree certificate or its equivalent to substantiate their skills in the specialized field. If you have a degree overseas, guys, or even if you have completed tertiary level credits, you can get it evaluated. If it's not in English, you'll have to have it translated in English, all right, not by your home body, but by a U.S. approved company. Now, if you go to NACES.org, NACES, let me just see if I can do it. So hold on, NACES.org. Let me just show you. So when you go to NACES.org, you're gonna see a bunch of evaluation services. So if you click right here, all right, it's gonna list the different companies that you can use to evaluate your tertiary level certificate or degree. Here you got A to Z evaluations, for example. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm just showing you the different companies that are members of the NACES, which is the National Association of Credential Evaluation Services. And then when you click down, you can go ahead and see the companies that you can use. Most organizations in the US will take your evaluated transcript for face value if you use someone from these NACES membership. Yeah, guys, you gotta see me. I'm kind of tired. Yeah, but that's that. Let's get back to this over here. And then here is saying the vacancy they are applying for must fall within the specialty occupation list that demands specialized and unique knowledge. And again, I've got the sources right here. I believe I'm going to either leave this, copy and paste this, what I have here in the description below, or to find a way to attach this document so you can have it to serve as a guide. But that's basically it, guys, for today. If you are overseas and looking to come to the US to work, whether permanently or short term, I hope this helped. I have researched jobs that you can, looking for jobs that you can come to the US and do, but it just doesn't work like that. The best I could do is to tell you the companies that offer or may offer sponsorship for you to come in the US. You need to be sponsored, okay, so you can come here to work. It's not a guarantee that these jobs will sponsor you. The first step in any work visa is to actually apply for the job and get the job offer. Okay, that's your very first step. Apply for the job. So whenever you see the job posting and stuff like that, just apply. Just apply. That's your very first step. All right, hope this video was helpful to you. Definitely give it a thumbs up. It really tells YouTube that, okay, people watching my video like it, and it helps it helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me being able to continue creating accessible content. So go ahead and give it a like. Definitely subscribe if you're new here, and thank you so very much for your love and support. All the best. God bless and peace.